Well, my name is Lesa Williams, and I've actually lost several of my loved ones. I lost my first-born son when he was 19 years old in a car accident, and that was about 22 years ago. I really lost track of numbers after he died. I have 12 children. I actually have a hard time even remembering birthdays. Something happened to numbers in my head when Michael died. And so maybe that's part of the time transition of there's really no time with death. It's really strange. I did find out after Michael died, it seemed like it was yesterday, and yet a million years. It just was very strange. So, and I've also lost a grandson to suicide 3 years ago, and then a year and a half ago. Oh no, about 2 years ago, Josiah, our 32-year-old, died from medical malpractice. So anyway, this story is about Michael. It's brief. I've had different ones with each of my beloveds. And Michael, I was really upset. My sister would say, Michael just visits me all the time. He just visits me all the time. And I just didn't understand that because I hadn't heard from him in a long time. Now, right after he died, it was sudden because of a car accident. He visited me like within a night or two, and he came back and said, I didn't get to give you a hug. And he gave me a hug, and I tried touching his face, but as soon as he gave me that hug, it was like he began to fade away and his scars began to get bigger again, like he was going away. And I was like, but I want you to stay. And he said, I can't stay. I'm not here anymore, but I love you. And I just woke up and went, I knew that that was him. And I knew that it was real. And that really reassured me. And then this thing with my sister, I was so distraught about it that he wasn't visiting me. I'd had a couple of dreams, but nothing, like that he was just visiting me all the time. So I pulled over in the car. I remember where I was, and I pulled over and I was like, Michael, why are you not visiting me? I want you to come see me. I want you to be with me. And I just felt a quickening of one sentence, and that was, Mom, the dead are here to facilitate the living. Sally, it literally closed my mouth. I was like, oh, you're here to facilitate us. That's why you are here. And I didn't hear from him for a long time after that. That was several years ago. Not too long ago, I have a son that struggles with addiction, and he was hitchhiking on his way home, very intoxicated, had been arrested more than once in that way, and nearly died many times in that way. And he was trying to get here, and he was calling me, and he like the third time he called, he's like, Mom, I gotta go. I got police on every side of me. And I hollered at Michael. I said, Michael, you are his big brother. I need help immediately, right now. Kid has a big mouth and would get himself into trouble. And I kept trying to call about 20 times. Maybe the police would answer. Well, he called me back and was like, oh yeah, they didn't take me in. They could have taken him in for public intoxication. And he told me that he really didn't have anything to say to the police. I knew as Michael, I felt him kind of chuckle at me like, yeah, he was the one that was most affected by Michael's death. And he shared a room with him, and Michael made him a fish tank to put in their room. He was a farmer and made this, got this farm and a barn that was from a garage sale for $1, made a very elaborate farm for him out of that. And, just was so, taught him how to rappel from the second story of our house, and just was a wonderful big brother. And so I have felt him more times than that. And watching him I know it's him. I'm just hearing that doing really good when he calls me. I even heard it from one of my other sons that he's doing better than he has in a while. And it was at the moment that I was like, Michael, you got to do something, please help me. And so help your little brother. So those are two incidences, but I've had multiple ones since, from all of them since their physical deaths. But anyway, I appreciate you letting me share that just to encourage others.